thing. All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. Give yourselves a round of applause because you can be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me. And I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. If you're catching that replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. Man, oh man, oh man. Hold on, let me fix my screen. There we go. So if y'all can see, right? Let's do this. All right. Oh, that's good. A little crooked. Boom. There we go. Oh man, as y'all can see, I got on the Stay Blessed, Stay Strapped t-shirt. Stay Blessed, Stay Strapped t-shirt. We're gonna do t-shirts and hoodies, guys. We're gonna do t-shirts and hoodies, guys. So anyway, man, it's been a hell of a news day, huh? So earlier today, Steven Crowder released the quote-unquote Nashville Diary-/Manifesto. Oh my goodness gracious, yo. Oh my goodness gracious. They released the Diary-/Manifesto. And it's a lot of controversy behind it. A lot of us, including myself, and not taking away nothing from Steven Crowder, because I'm pretty sure he did his due diligence, as much as he could to see if it was, real or not, right? A lot of us think it might be fugazi. A lot of us think that it might not be genuine. It might not have been written by the actual perpetrator of the heinous act that happened that day in Nashville. A lot of us think that might be a Langley thing. It might be a Treadstone thing. It might be a Chat GPT. Who knows? But a lot of us don't think that thing is real. And we all have our reasons. Like I said, and I told HJ this on his channel, my opinion. And I would like to know what your opinion is. So leave a comment in the, if you're catching the replay, leave a comment. The question is, do you think the Nashville Manifesto is real, or do you think it's a fake? Do you think it's a genuine account from the shooter, or do you think that it is fan fiction? Leave that in the comments, leave it in the chat. So I want to know what you guys think. But yeah, like I was telling HJ, in my opinion, it just didn't read like, an LGBTQ community trans person wrote it. It's like if you were to kind of combine the trans person with the white supremacist. With a bigot, right? A trans bigot. And the reason I say that is because there was some things that was said in the manifesto that didn't make sense, right? Now, we all know that, a lot of these social justice warriors, they be like, oh, white privilege, we have to destroy the white privilege, the patriarchy and all this other stuff. However, and despite the, people, the main people that are saying that, they're usually white. You know what I mean? But that aside, they were talking about kids with white privilege driving their dad's Mustangs. We may play it on Rumble a little bit later on tonight, but YouTube is going to fucking give us that ban hammer if we play the video. All right, they're gonna give us the ban hammer if we play the video. All right. But also, they were using a lot of, and I said this before, you got to use my pig Latin tonight. They were using a lot of agate phase. You know what I mean? They were saying a lot of agate phase in that, which, it's kind of like a, that's a forbidden word in the LGBTQ community. It's a hurtful word in the LGBTQ community. And for them to say it, it just seemed like with an old, it seemed like what an old, out of touch government official would think that a poor black person would sound like, or a poor person of color, we'll say person of color would sound like. That's what it sounded like to me. Honestly, it just didn't come off as genuine to me. It came off as a bit made up, a whole lot made up, I guess we'll say. You know what I mean? Tyler Durden says, and just like that, we go from nukes in Gaza in Ukraine to the Diary-festo. It is strange. What's up, Red? Red says if it is fake, it's a good selling point. Oh, of course, right? You know, need some distractions from what's going on over there in the Gaza Strip, in my opinion. You know, I think we're about to go full force over there. I think we're about to go full force over there in that situation, and they need something to distract us from what's happening, and then, you know, we'll find out when it's fucking too late. When it's too late. Sauce says, funny how that word hurtful to that community, but in Britain it means a cigarette. Right? Yeah, it do mean cigarette in Britain. That's crazy. Has it been confirmed by local Nashville news? That's interesting. That's interesting. I need to see if that. I gotta see that. Hey, yo, send me something on that. Send me something on that. The reason why I say that's interesting, right? This is from Malcolm Flex. This is from today. Check this out. I had a brain fart for a second. Oh, here we go. Malcolm Flex says, I guess the refusal to confirm it, this pretty much confirms it. Elon Musk is allowing it to be shared while Google and Zuck ban it. Police won't confirm authenticity of alleged manifesto of Nashville shooter. They won't confirm the authenticity. They're not saying that it's not real. They're just saying they won't confirm the authenticity of it, right? Raw's alert says Google and Meta have banned sharing Steven Crowder's release of the Nashville. Let's do this. No, for dramatic effect. Google and Meta have banned the sharing of Steven Crowder's release of the Nashville school shooter manifesto. Now, the police won't confirm it, right? However, they said that a local, I guess, Nashville Police Department officer, a police officer, is the one that leaked this to Steven Crowder, which is, you know, it's kind of interesting because, you know, there's so many other people that you could have got that to, right? You know, Steven Crowder, you know, it's a possibility that whoever leaked it to Steven Crowder is a big fan and they wanted to give him the story. You know, but you got Tim Pool, you got Project Veritas, right? I'm pretty sure, not Project Veritas, what's the O'Keefe Group now? Not Project Veritas, the O'Keefe Group. The O'Keefe Group. They say it's a whole diss track. Yeah, right. What's up? We got Kid Gravity in the building. But the O'Keefe Group, you know, they could have gave it to them. You know, there's so many people they could have gave it to other than Steven Crowder. Not to say that they didn't try. You know what I mean? But Steven Crowder ran with it. He released it. You know, to his credit, he said that he vetted it and he found it to be true. It just doesn't read true to me. You know, and I want to know what you guys think in the chat. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Who's catching the replay? It's really interesting to me. You know what I mean? James S. says, never believe anything until it has been officially denied. I hear that, bro. I hear that. Daily Wire CEO is petty that Crowder got the first story. Like, come on, dude. Of course they are. You know what I mean? They want those ratings, right? They want those ratings. But, you know, whether it's true or not, thing to me is that it's a distraction. It's 1,000% a distraction. Maybe some Nashville police officer did release it. Maybe it was somebody, you know, posing as a Nashville Police Department officer who released it. But to me, it's all big ruse, big distraction, the tail wagging the dog. You know what I mean? The reason I say that is because we got so much shit going over in the Gaza Strip. We still got, you know, a war happening. We still got troops being sent over to the Middle East, right? Like I said, Jay has sent me. Let me see. Jay, where you send that to me at? Did you send it to me on IG? Yep, Jay sent it to me on IG. See if I can't get it. Here we go. Check this out. It's at Jay's local Walmart and Sam's Club. Let's try that one more time real quick. Can we play that again? Yeah, let's do it like this. Boom. Perfect. Now that's a big boy. So now that's not a one-off. You know, I've been seeing that a lot. Like I said, you know, place where I work at. I've been seeing a lot. I've been seeing a lot of land assault vehicles. I guess I'll say it. I've been seeing some tanks. I don't know what it's called. It looked like a tank and it's got like 8 wheels, but it's like it don't got tracks like a tank. It's got fucking wheels, but that shit looks like a tank. I've been seeing helicopters. Above my house, I've been seeing fighter jets. When I go up 95 when I'm going to work, I see fighter jets. Sometimes it just seems like we're gearing up for something. We're preparing for something. We're squadding up, if you will. We're squadding up, if you will, right now, over there. And it's really interesting that, that this news drops about the manifesto we've been asking for since, was it March? Was it February, March when all this shit happened in Nashville? We've been asking for this manifesto, right? We knew it was out. We knew they had it. We knew there was one, but the news wouldn't release it. Remember that? They were running so much bail for the shooter. They were trying to justify what the shooter did. Remember that? You had trans activists saying basically saying this is what you get. Remember that? And they wouldn't release it. They would not release it, especially the minute they found out it was a trans person. They would not release that manifesto. Now, all of a sudden, almost a year later, they finally decide to release it, which is really interesting to me. On a Monday, of all days, for that to be released. Now, I don't know when Steven Crowder got it. He only gave us 3 pages also. Now, does he have the entire book? I don't know. I don't know if he has the entire book. Or diary or whatever you want to call it. But it was 3 pages. And is he going to release some other pages, for click, for views? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have the whole thing. Maybe he just got those 3 pages. I don't know. It just didn't read like a manifesto, It read more like, it was too, it was too on the nose, you know what I mean, for it to be that. But like I said, I think it's a distraction, guys. I think it's a distraction. Is it real? I don't know. It could very well be real. I know that Steven Crowder, does his due diligence on everything that he does. So I can't sit there and say that, he had a hand in it or he didn't vet the information or the source. Pretty sure he did. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he did. However, or he to the best of his ability. But I still think it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem real to me. Let me see what you guys talking about. Tyler says it reads somewhat true. He said it doesn't mean it was written by the perpetrator, but it is evidence being held back from the public, even by FOIA. Now, I do agree with that, Tyler, and I think that it needs to be an investigation on why that evidence was being held back from the public. I think that the public should have been able to see that, especially on the Freedom of Information Act. That needs to be investigated on why it's being suppressed. You know what I mean? Because if this was different, if this was a straight white male that went into like a black school and did this shit and had a manifesto, that shit would have been out in the public immediately. It would have been out in the public immediately. It would have been out in the public within hours of the shooting happening. You know what I mean? But because it's going after a quote unquote somebody from a quote unquote protected class did this. It was like red alert, all hands on deck. We got to squash this. You know what I mean? Is it a question that people lose their shit? We need more mental health awareness. We do need more mental health awareness. That's 100% a fact. You know what I mean? It does raise a question of why. You know what I mean? It does. Why now? Is that what you mean by that, Tyler? You had Blackhawks flying over your house? Shit. Bobby says amphibians. It didn't fit the story until now. If the 8-wheel vehicle had a turret with a 25 millimeter on it, then it probably was a LAV 25. It didn't have a turret on it, but it looked like it could take one. You know what I mean? It looked like it could take one. It was on the back of a tractor trailer. There's a few of them on the back of a tractor trailer. I was like, damn, what the hell is that? Like some shit out of Metal Gear Solid. Every time I see him, I'm white. YouTube gives me an ad. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Mop. If it was me, you guys would be able to make 5 movies out of it. Just saying. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. Toyo, what you talking about? A taco? You think a taco could be turret ready? Oh man, but it's just interesting, man. It's just yeah, it's strange timing, guys. It's really strange timing with all this said done. You know, like I said, if you want to go hear the manifesto, you want to hear it being read by Steven Crowder, feel free, go over to his YouTube channel. Maybe we'll play it a little later on Rumble. But take it with a grain of salt. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. Take it with a grain of salt, and then also, at the time, I felt like it was pertinent information when it happened. It's been a year. The shooter's been deleted by the police doing their job. Unfortunately, you know, children died, families cried, and lost loved ones. But the manifesto doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things anymore. It doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things anymore. So it just makes me wonder why they decided to leak it now. You know what I mean? It's just, the timing is a little sketchy. I'm gonna just put it like that. You know what I mean? Anyway. So check this out, right? I thought this was very interesting. Now, I'm not a Young Turks fan anymore. Now, when I first, back, before I got into all of this, politics, pop culture, stuff like that, when I really first got into politics, I didn't even get into politics. It was before I got into it. I would listen to the Young Turks. And when I found the Young Turks, this was during the Freddie Gray situation. That's when I found the Young Turks. I never heard the Young Turks before until the Freddie Gray incident. Anna Kasparian, it looked like she was on Patrick Bet-David's podcast, and she gave some pushback. And I want to know what you guys think. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this, but we're going to listen to this. It's a minute and 47 seconds. I want to know what you guys think about her argument. So let's get to it.
A very direct question. Do you think Israel wants to kill innocent civilians?
I do.
You think Israel genuinely wants to?
I do.
What evidence do you have of that?
The evidence is there.
The views and opinions represented on Cannon Speaks do not represent the views of YouTube, Hotep Nation, or its host. Viewer discretion is advised.
Refusing to do special operations and instead are relying on bombing areas where they know civilians are at, and then they'll turn around and say, well, Hamas is using them as human shields.
So if someone was shooting at you, if someone was, you don't have kids, right?
If an armed man grabbed a family member of yours, do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Oh, do you have? Okay, your mother. You talked about your mother. If an armed gunman grabbed your mother, had a gun to her head, okay, and he is confronted by the authorities, by law enforcement, and the law enforcement, they just decide, you know what, we're not going to negotiate, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to shoot the hell out of both of them. And then they come to you and say, well, your mother, was a human shield. Would you accept that argument?
That's not the question, though.
Would you accept that argument?
You're making up a random story that my mother is held captive.
Hamas using Palestinians as human shields is not a justification to indiscriminately bomb the hell out of that region, knowing full well that the majority of people who are going to end up dying are not Hamas militants who are underground in the tunnels, okay? Okay, it's the innocent civilians who are going to lose their lives. And the flippant behavior that I see from the West in regard to all of those innocent people losing their lives disgusts me. Okay, seeing people having to leave, vacate their homes, everything that they've known, being forced to leave the land that they have. That is exactly what happened to Armenians. That is exactly what happened during the genocide. And the fact that the United States is just willy-nilly providing cover for that behavior absolutely disgusts me.
It's interesting, right? Now, I haven't heard that right now. Anthony Brian Logan goes, she nailed it. Right, and if you look at his, the comments under his caption or his retweet, is interesting, right? You got some people that's upset with him, with his take or him thinking that she has a point. You got some people that's with him that says, yeah, she has a point. What you guys think about that, right? What do you guys think about that? I think she had I think she had somewhat of a point. I think she left some things out. You know what I mean? Now, we've been over this before, right? Brad said he don't know who she is. Her name's Anna Kasparian. She's on. She's like a host on the Young Turks channel. She's usually on with Cenk Uygur. But she was arguing with, I don't know the guy's name on the show. But do y'all think that she had a point? You know, I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do you think that Anna Kasparian had a point? It's really interesting to me. Really interesting to me. So, let's see. 1 second. All right. So I think she kind of had a point. Now listen, you know, it's the war that the shit that's been going on between them. You know, it's been going on for quite a while. Quite a while. It's been a back and forth, right? Now, what Hamas did to Israel, whether it was allowed to happen or not, was heinous, right? They went in there, they killed women and children. You know, in my opinion, they planned that attack. Now, whether Israel allowed it to happen or not, that's up for debate. You know what I mean? Y'all know what side of the coin I land on with that. But regardless, the situation happened. Now, I'm like, okay, if that's how it's gonna go down, Israel deserves to go get their get back, right? But I also agree with what she said, right? Now, I agree that Israel should go get their get back, period. You know, but however, I'm with her as far as like, you can't just sit there and carpet bomb an entire region or an entire, you know, strip of property or land, right? With a bunch of innocent people there. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Now, like I said before, I said that, you know, I'd have squatted up. I'd have got me my 300, like Leonidas. I'd have got my goddamn 300, and we'd have marched into Gaza, and we would have fucking rooted them out. We'd have went in there and went hands on. You know what I mean? Versus just, you know, raining rockets down on the Gaza Strip, knowing that there are innocent civilians there. You know what I mean? You know, that's a lot of collateral damage in my opinion. You know, Jimmy Dore used to bang her allegedly. It's you know, but it's sad, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's war. It is war. You know what I mean? And war is ugly. War is ugly. You know what I mean? Now, you should look to mitigate, you know, innocent life as much as you possibly can. And I think that Israel has the resources, and they have the personnel, and they have the technology to go in there and fight Hamas without just indiscriminately just mowing down a bunch of innocent civilians. Now, do the Palestinians support Hamas? According to the Palestinians, they don't. I'm pretty sure there are some Palestinians who might, you know, lean that way, but I'm pretty sure it's not the majority. But I think she had a point. You can't just bomb the shit out of somebody. You know what I mean? For a group, a select few people that's in there that did some shit. You know what I mean? Damn, I sound like fucking Elon Omar. You know what I mean? God damn it. You need to send your troops in there and you need to go weed them out. You know what I mean? You need to send your troops in there and you need to go weed them out. Now, with that being said, you guys know where I land at on the whole situation. YV said these niggas been beefing like Tom and Jerry. We honestly can't tell them shit, they mad. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. YV says she got a point, but it's war. Ask all the other war-torn countries. Y'all tripping. Y'all telling y'all get rid of business. Anyway, so like I was saying, you know what I mean? It just is. Y'all know where I land at on the situation, right? Me personally, and this is my opinion, it seems to me as if the situation that happened over there, the attack on Israel, was allowed to happen solely for them to go and grab Gaza. That's just what I think. Can't tell me one of the most technologically sound countries in the world, right? The most, who has another military superpower, allowed this shit to go down. Or it just happened. They just was able to bombard their system, and then they was able to beat it. Not only beat it, but even to get through and take as many lives as they did without being, met with force. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel about that. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about that. It just doesn't make sense unless it was allowed to go down, because they said Egypt told them. Egypt let them know that some shit was about to happen, and they just let that shit slide. They didn't listen. Unless you're going to do that to have a justification for going in and grabbing the Gaza Strip, which we all know that Israel feel like they have a right to it, and Palestine feel like they have a right to it. You have some Pearl Harbor shit happen. We got to go in there and we got to eradicate these people. Bibi Netanyahu already said it is no ceasefire going to happen until he wipes them out, meaning Hamas. But once they do that, they're going to grab the Gaza Strip, and I highly doubt if they're going to give the Gaza Strip back after that. And if if they do allow the Palestinians to come back in, and resume living there, there's going to be some stipulations. There's going to be some rules and regulations. There's going to be some IDs and some more shit that they're going to have to abide by in order to be there. But make no mistake, after this is all said and done, I think Israel will have full control of the Gaza Strip. It's just me. But as far as, Anna Kasparian says, I think she has a point. YouTube getting you, yo? You might have to go over the Rumble, yo. I don't want to have the energy to even change it. It's crazy, bro. I say let the best man win. If you want the land, you have to fight to keep it or take it. I don't care that you owned it like 3,000 years ago. You lost it to the Romans anyway. Ooh. Now, I agree with that. We don't need to be there. You feel me? We don't need to be there. I say the best man win. If it's foreordained that Israel's supposed to have it based on the Bible, then Israel will have it. But we don't need to be there. You're right. It's a land, it's May the best man win. To the victor go the spoils, right? Let them hash it out. We don't need to be in that situation. That whole situation, that whole fight is biblical. That is ideological. We don't need to be in it. We need to go ahead and reverse course and come back home. And I said this before. I said it in one of my streams, is that the more we dip our toes into this situation, the more issues we're going to have here at home. Meaning we may have some domestic terrorism at home because you know, we're getting involved with it, you know, helping Israel fight Hamas in Gaza, which will probably result in more innocent life being lost. We'll have, I think we're going to have more domestic issues here. You know what I mean? You know, those 300 troops that they sent over there last week, put them on the border. We need help on the border. We don't know who's coming through the border. Who knows? For all we know, Hamas cells are coming through the border as we speak. And we don't know. There's a fucking caravan coming up right now. There's a national emergency. Existential crisis on the border right now. We don't know who's coming through. We don't know what's going to happen. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, there was a story last week that Border Patrol found explosives on the border. You feel like they belong to the cartels, but we don't know. You found explosives, though, at the border. We need to protect our homeland. We need to secure our homeland. We need to secure our borders before we go and help somebody else fight theirs. No, fight to protect theirs. Red says, good news, Cannon had to come through Texas first. You got Christians talking about the end times, fetishizing the war. Scary times, yeah. Tyler says, I'm a feather, but you're a feather not wearing registered Native American. My past doesn't mean I get to own Utah though. Right. You got to fight for it. You know, for example, if somebody came over here and felt like they had a right to the United States, guess who got to fight for the United States? We do. We got to fight for that. Period. I guarantee don't nobody come to our fucking aid if we got attacked here on the homeland. And we had a fucking all-out war. We had an all-out war in the United States. I doubt if anybody comes to our aid. I'm just saying. Bob D says, facts, so quick to help others, but we're getting gutted out here. Pause. I'm only 1/16 Cherokee. They won't accept my white ass. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, we should have our borders protected first. We should be protecting our homeland first, not somebody else's. And does anybody else find it very interesting, right? Does anybody else find it very interesting that they want to take away your AR-15s? I made this point last week. They want to take away your AR-15s. They want to take away your rifles, right? Your quote-unquote assault rifles. They want to take them away from you, right? But they ain't got a problem. They got a problem arming a bunch of citizens in a whole nother country to protect themselves with the very guns that they trying to take from you. Anybody else find that a bit crazy? They don't want me to have my AR-15s, but same AR-15s and weapons that I got behind me on this wall, they gladly want to go pass and hand out and fund other civilians in other countries to have to protect themselves from enemies, from foreign enemies, when that's in our Constitution. Anybody else find that really interesting? Shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy to me. We need to stop. We ain't got no skin in the game over there. We need to come back home. We don't need to have no, hopefully we ain't got no draft. Hopefully they stop sending more troops. Who knows what happened in the news with all of this Nashville bullshit. Like I said, you know, it's news, so I covered it. But in the grand scheme of things, this whole Nashville manifesto doesn't mean a fucking thing. It doesn't tell us anything that we didn't already know. The news are demonized, and the news will use what it can use to push a narrative that they want to push. And if it's some narrative they don't want to push, then they're going to suppress it. It's just what we know already. And the fact that this shit happened almost a year ago, and look at every other shooter that had a manifesto. How fucking fast did those manifestos come out? Versus this one. Now all of a sudden it comes out almost a year later. It's got to make it, things that make you go, Things that make you go, Seeing this shit come out, no matter who it was, no matter who did it, should make you go, okay, what the fuck are we being distracted from? What the fuck are we being distracted from? You know what I mean? It's just interesting to me. Anyway. So there was a video I wanted us to watch, right? Let me see if I can't find it. So, this has always been in the back of my mind. And I told you guys to watch out for it. Where is it at? Here we go. There it go. So, there's a video from Fox News 12 hours ago. It says, this could pave the way for a Michelle Obama White House bid.
Are you interested in starting your...
Remember me and Jay was talking, we were talking about Michelle Obama. They might try to run Michelle Obama for president. Y'all remember that? 7 months ago, Synergy. 7 months ago. You think they just had to let people cool off? Man, they ain't never did that shit before, bro. They never did that before. They usually release that manifesto within hours of that shit jumping off. But, you know, I digress. So, check this out. Remember I said that. I said that they were going to try to pave a way for Michelle Obama to run for president, whether she wants to run for president or not. They keep putting out these stories. It's almost like it's a head. It's almost like they telling her without telling her, like, you about to have to jump in this race, shorty. You about to have to jump in this race. So let's check this shit out. I don't know if she coming out of the woodwork, but I think they giving her a strong nudge, telling her that she ain't got a choice. But let's check it out.
A new poll from the New York Times shows Trump topping Biden in 5 of 6 critical swing states. And that's apparently rattling some Democrats, including former President Obama's senior advisor, David Axelrod, who says the following, quote, if Biden continues to run, he will be the nominee of the Democratic Party. What he needs to decide is whether that is wise, whether it's in his best interests or the country's.
Trump is beating Biden handily, I think by like 22%, and the Democrats are in a fucking panic. They are in a panic because Trump is up amongst black voters, Hispanic voters, and, you know, his whole base. He up 22 points on Biden. And the Democrats are losing their mind. They are in full panic mode. They're in full panic mode. Full panic mode, guys. They know they can't beat Trump. I've told you that. That's why they're pulling out all the stops to keep him from running for president. That's why Colorado and Minnesota are trying to keep him off the fucking the ballot. They're trying to pass a law to keep him off the ballot. I said they have nobody. They have nobody. But they could pull somebody off the bench. They got some name credibility, i.e. Michelle Obama, that could possibly lull that black vote back to sleep. Now, will Trump get all 22% of the black vote that he got? I don't know. I don't know. I think now it's a strong possibility. I think people had a taste of reality. I think a lot of black folks had a taste of reality, the money they was getting under Donnie T, especially if you talk to the streets, because the streets be talking. I know the people in, around the way, the real hood, the real gangsters and the real people out in the streets, right? They like, yeah, no, I ain't had no problem with Trump. I ain't care what he said out of his mouth. I was getting money under yo. You see it. You see rappers saying it. You see entertainers now starting to change their tune. You got people who voted for Joe Nickel Slick. Now they like, yo, we messed up. We need Donnie T back. Got TikTok memes and some more shit. Because they see how bad of a shape America's in right now. I went to the market yesterday and spent $134 on like 10 items. 10 items I spent $134 on. It should have been half that. We see it at the pump. We see it at the cash register. It's bad out here, guys. It's bad out here. People putting everything on credit because they can't afford anything. It's bad out here. What's the point of you making $100,000 if you spending $150,000 every year in food and mortgage and all that other shit? Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. No, well, no oxtail. Would be delicious though.
Fox News contributor and columnist for The Messenger, Joe Concha, joins me now. Joe, that is not a subtle hint. I read that as a call to action. Have Democrats reached a new high on the panic meter?
Oh, they've gone off it,
now,
actually, at this
guys.
point, Todd, because let's be abundantly clear. David Axelrod would never make such a statement if he didn't get a thumbs up from his former boss in Barack Obama. I got to clear it with the former president before I put this up on X and have millions of people read this. And you have to wonder if this is paving the way for a possible Michelle Obama candidacy. Now, I personally don't think that she wants to run, but again, you look at that tweet and look at the caps at the end, whether it's in his best interest or the country's. In other words, don't be selfish, Joe. Step down, do what you got to do for the good of democracy or something.
Now, I don't think that Michelle Obama wants to run. I don't think she said she didn't want to run, but I don't think she's going to have a choice, guys. I don't think she's going to have a choice. They're going to throw her ass right into the fucking ring. If they can't hold on to the White House, they can't hold on to the presidential seats with Joe Nickel Slick, who else they got? Who else they got that can beat Donnie T? Who? Like we said, RFK running as a libertarian now. That's even worse for the Democrats because he's going to pull a ton of votes away from them. They're in full panic mode now. She's going to turn into the hobgoblin. It's just... Protocol says, been calling for Michelle since 2020. Joe was a shocker, but it reminds me of a Q post. Why they wait so late to put her in? She the Hail Mary. She's the Hail Mary. Goddamn right, Tyler. Let's make America great again. Gosh dang it. But she's their Hail Mary. That's what she is. Now, when I covered it before, I told you guys, I said she don't want to run, but they giving her some hints like, yo, just get yourself ready to come off that bench. I don't care if you want to run or not. You're going to do what's for the good of the collective.
Something. And look, Kamala Harris, Todd, as we know, she ain't plan B, despite every contrived media attempt, reboot of her image possible. And poll after poll shows what? Between 70, 80%, even higher of Democrats don't want Joe Biden the sequel. He's losing, as you just showed, in 5 of 6 swing states to Donald Trump, according to that New York Times poll. You look at +10 in Nevada. That's really incredible. Georgia, obviously, +6, Arizona +5, Michigan, Pennsylvania. These are all states that Joe Biden won in 2020. So you see every Democrat out there on X, not every, but a lot more, and fake Republicans like Bill Kristol saying that Joe Biden should drop out. They're in an absolute panic point at this point because they know Joe Biden isn't a fine wine. He's not going to get better with age. And the question at this point doesn't seem to be if Joe Biden drops out, but when, Todd.
And that's a great point about Michelle Obama, because that does alleviate a lot of the concerns you would have by bumping Kamala Harris off the ticket. African-American woman, you don't have that same criticism that the Democrats would receive if they got rid of Kamala.
And Michelle Obama, in my opinion, would be the only woman that could lull black women back to sleep, the black community back to sleep. They would vote for Michelle Obama in a heartbeat, in my opinion. They would vote for her in a heartbeat. Tell me I'm wrong on that. They done bought her a book. All that shit. Y'all don't think that they wouldn't Yas Queen her ass right into the fucking White House? What's up? We got Black Light Revelations in the building. What's the deal, bro? Appreciate you swinging through. I need to give my man a follow, yo. He do good work. He do great work. That she's their Hail Mary, and they basically telling her right now, go fucking warm up your fucking pitching arm. You about to come in the game. Demon that says she'll also get the suburban white woman vote. They'll put Michelle in. You might got a point. You might got a point. She definitely ain't the answer, y'all. She not the answer, but they think that's their only chance. We know that she ain't the answer, but they don't. They think she their only answer right now. They have no one. They can't put Newsom in the game. Newsom gonna lose. Who else the Democrats got? Who else they got? Who else they got? They couldn't beat Vivek Ramaswamy right now. If Vivek was the fucking front runner. If DeSantis was the front runner, they could. If Nikki Haley was the front runner, they couldn't beat her. They down bad. They down real bad. That's their only chance. That's the only chance to run her. And I think every time we see one of these articles that go, Michelle Obama's pathway to the presidency. Remember, we did this already. We covered this a couple of times. Every time they do one of them articles, I think that's them fucking giving her that tap like, get ready. Get ready. We don't give a fuck if you don't want to go and be the president. You're going to fucking run. You're going to run. That's just my opinion. And I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. Can we not give this life? I ain't giving it life. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared. That's their Hail Mary. I had something else I wanted to show y'all. The one chick that and this goes back to the whole Biden and Trump thing, right? Trump is leading in every demographic in the polls against Joe Biden. And the left is losing it. The left is losing it. Where's that shit at? I thought I saved it, but let me see. Somebody sent it to me. Where the hell is it? Let me see. This it right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Is this it? Hold on. Yeah, this is it right here. All right. Goddamn Keisha Babel. There we go. How many of y'all seen this shit? What up, Reba?
Here's the deal. Perception is reality. And so when you look at the data that was provided in this poll, it talks about how people feel. And when people decide whether they're going to the poll or whether they're not going to the poll, it's all about how you feel in that moment. And so while the facts may not align with their feelings are dictating their reality. Their reality is that they said that they feel better or they felt better when Trump was in office. But we've been trying to push back. We've got some very popular African-American artists that are out here saying things like, oh, I got checks when Trump was in office. I want those checks again, not understanding that that really came from Congress. So we've got a couple of things, the perception issue, and then we also have an issue as it relates to civics in this country and people not understanding exactly how any of this works. Here's the deal. Perception is...
Now, yesterday I posted on Twitter, I said that, damn, she telling y'all black people that you too stupid to understand economics and politics, right? And then I thought for a minute, like, damn, dude, she got a point, because if they did understand economics and they did understand politics, then Nickel Slick would have never gotten office. Nickel Slick would have never gotten office. But now, I think people are trying to correct course. And I've said this earlier in the stream. I think a lot of people are starting to realize their pockets is getting taxed. Their pockets getting taxed at the grocery store, at the gas station. Everything that they do, their pockets is getting taxed, and they don't like that. And all they know is that when the Orange Man was in office, they was taking trips to Dubai and cruises and going to Jamaica, you know what I mean, sipping on fucking margaritas and smoking weed. But then when Nicholson get in office, they tap. They ain't got shit. They ain't got no money. They can't go do this. They can't go on trips like they used to go on. They go to the grocery store. The grocery store ain't hitting like it used to. They making life decisions at the grocery store, life decisions at the gas station. Do I get gas or do I go get some eggs and some milk? Do I pay the mortgage or do I pay the electric bill? Or do I pay the mortgage and I put the electric bill on the credit card? Damn, my car insurance went up $200. Huh? Where am I pull that shit from? Now, people go, well, yeah, because everybody was just happy when Trump was giving out checks. And she was like, well, the checks came from Biden. Now, what I will say is that Trump was reluctant to give them checks out. He didn't want to give them checks out. He didn't want to shut down the economy. And I commend him for that, but he still gave out checks because he didn't want people to be hurt. However, more money was made under Trump than Joe Nicholslick. More jobs was made under Trump than Joe Nicholslick. Chicago and New York starting to see that, damn, maybe Donnie T had a fucking point when it came to this border shit. You got people having city council meetings talking about we got to get these illegals out of our fucking neighborhoods. You got these quote unquote sanctuary cities changing their tune. It's a lot of buyer's remorse when it comes to Joe Nicholslick. A whole lot of buyer's remorse. And everybody looking for the Orange Man. Everybody looking for Donnie T to come back and make shit right. She's right. You got a bunch of celebrities. You got a bunch of artists and stuff like, yo, nah. I don't care what he said, yo. My money wasn't funny when I under Donnie T. My money was not funny under Donnie T. So I think she had a point. However, I think people realize their mistake, and I think people are ready to correct course this election. That's why Donnie T is up 22 points, 22% in the poll over Nickel Slick when it comes to black vote, black support. Now, does that mean that that 22% gonna get out and vote? Probably not. Will a good majority of them? Maybe. But it's just an awakening. I wouldn't say that they don't understand what's happening. People understand what's happening. They don't need to understand politics and economics to understand their bills. You know what I mean? I just don't want to see these niggas out here doing electric slide in the street. I don't want to see motherfuckers out here doing electric slide in the street if they vote for fucking Michelle or some other fucking you fill in the blank Democrat that's going to come in and make shit exponentially worse. So I heard what you said over there, Alpha Core. We're gonna play this Synergy. We're gonna play this Alpha Core trailer. So Eric July just dropped a pre-order, which you already know your boy supporting Eric July. I'm gonna get my pre-order game jumping for the new Alpha Core comic. Now, as you can see, go ahead and turn the camera this way a little bit. As you can see, I got ISOM 1 and 2. Okay, I got ISOM 1 and 2. I gotta get Alpha Core. I gotta support Eric July, yo. He doing a fucking service to the comic book world. He's doing a service to the comic book world, guys. And Alpha Core just looks fucking dope. It looks fucking dope. So I'm not gonna keep talking. We about to watch this trailer. Man, we're gonna go full commentary for this one. I'm gonna go make myself a little smaller. Boom. There we go. All right, let's get to it.
Floorspar can be an unpredictable city. But fluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will happy with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do.
Bruh. Pre-order now, www.ripperverse.com, guys. I can't wait. I can't wait, guys. I got to get it. Now, question is, what cover should I get? That's the question. What cover should I get? Damn. We better go over. Let's go to ripperverse.com and check this shit out. Damn. Shit, that... Yo, Eric July's he's a goddamn genius. He's a damn genius. All right, let's check it out. Damn. So the goal was 300 grand. They hit 600,000 already. That is fucking crazy. They hit 200% already. 200% already. In the pre-orders or the campaign is over on January of 2024, guys. Oh my gosh, yo. He about to do gangbusters, bro. He about to do gangbusters, bro. That is crazy. So let's see what option A looks like. I like that. I like that. Cover D look good. What y'all think about cover D? What cover y'all thinking about? I like cover D. You think the one with the magic chick? Let me see. What's that? See? With this one here, see? I mean, that's cool. Like they fighting the thing. Or you talking about this one here? You talking about B or C? I think I'm going to get D. I think I'm going to cover D. You got A. Cover C is the foil and embossed. Is that right? What's up, Mike? Has bad knees in the building. I'm just not a big fan of the cover C type. I'm just not a big fan of cover C though. This one's just dope though. They said this cover never going to be reprinted right here. No more than 12,000. This one will be reprinted. I just like that cover though. It just looked dope. Foil and embossed. I don't know, guys. It's between A and D. It's between A and D. It's between A and D. But yeah, cover D looks iconic. But then the fact that this is never going to be reprinted, and this is never going to be reprinted, and this will never be reprinted, and it's foil cover, it makes me want one of those simply because of the exclusivity, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I don't like it though. I mean, it's good art. Don't get me wrong. But this right here, this shit is hot. This should be the one that's never reprinted. This should be the one that's never reprinted. But I can also see why this is genuine art. So it looks like D is like kind of like I can't think of that art type. And I get it. Maybe computer generated. I don't know what you call it. It's like if I took a picture of my face and then just made like the comic book filter and it would do that. Versus, you know what I mean? Like that's actually drawn. You know what I mean? A does look good too, though. I don't know. I might go with A. I might go with A. I'm over here making life decisions and shit on a fucking comic book cover. Just not a fan of this one, though. Not a big fan of this one. It's just, this one just, I like it. Just got me with 2 copies. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get cover A. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get A now, and since D's gonna be reprinted, I'm gonna get D later. shit. I don't even remember. I got. Hold on. Here we go. All right, let me do this. Bear with me, guys. You know I gotta support. I gotta order my shit right now. God dang it. Should have did it earlier. If you ain't got chores, you need to get chores now too. God damn it. Eric July and breathe new life. Breathe new life into the comic book industry. Comic book industry was dying until Eric July came back around. They wanted to put everything with pronouns and put people in the directors and the artists, not the artists, but the directors and the writers want to put their politics all in the comic books. Meanwhile, Eric July over here, gender free. Damn, about time. Goodness gracious. Just trying to log in so I can make the purchase. There we go. Just waiting for it. There we go. All set. I have purchased my ISOM. So let's see. I mean, ISOM Alpha Core. I purchased Alpha Core. There we go. Let me do this real quick. We got El Negro Hotep in the building. What the fuck just happened? Oh, there it go. Goodness gracious, where the fuck is that? Oh, it's over here. There we go. Check it out. So now y'all know I got my my copy. I'm probably gonna get. I really like that cover D. I'm probably gonna end up getting cover D. I probably get cover D Friday. So there you go. All set. Got my copy. Y'all need to get y'all copy. Gosh dang it. I know, right? Eric gotta insert. Yo, Eric, you see this? Throw CannonHotep in there. Throw me in there, right? Just give me a cameo. I don't know. Put me on a rooftop somewhere sniping a fucking bad guy. Put me up there sniping a bad guy. You know what I mean? Just give me a cameo. I don't need no speaking lines. I don't need nothing. Synergy said Eric gonna buy a part of Hotepistan. Long live Kentaro Miura. They need a Blood Ruth book before Gooding. His agenda is get that money. I hear that. Yara going to be English or something like that. You think so? Yara? She going to be English? I think Yara should be like Southern, like Texas or something like that. Or she going to be Nordic. That's from Iceland. Yara going to be from Iceland. That's what's going to happen. Bruh. I ain't even gonna say that. The character with a kufa that got brain superpowers. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But yo, Eric Jalab been killing the game, bro. He been killing the game. Fuck that. We about to watch. We gotta watch before I get out of here. We gotta watch that shit one more time, yo. We gotta watch that trailer one more time.
Floorspar can be an unpredictable city. But fluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
That was Yara that kicked Ice Arm ass in the first book, wasn't it?
Not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team.
She whooping everybody's ass, bro.
Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will agree with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do.
That shit is just fucking fire. He should do a whole 30-minute. So, like, for example, right? He should do a whole 30-minute, like, mini movie for Alpha Core. He should do a whole 30-minute mini movie. Like, who did that shit? The Division. The Division did a little 30-minute movie to for as a promotion for the Division video game. Like, you still find that shit on Amazon Prime. It was fire. It was like live action. But if he could do that in 2 minutes and 48 seconds, you know what I mean? Do like a little 30-minute like promotional episode that leave people on the edge of their seat, and the only way they can fucking find out what the hell going on, you gotta get the fucking the comic. The only thing I don't like is the "in failure we never do" sounding weird to me. You think that? Nah, I like it. I like that shit. I like that shit. You crazy? What you say that shit? I think you say it right here.
May I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do. Agree with our status. The fact, may I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do.
That shit fire, yo. That shit fire. He said, I bet that 2 minute and 50 second animation probably cost him about 50 or 60K. Damn, you think so? Shit. That shit fucking dope, yo. That shit fire. The fact that Eric got the man who wrote Batman to write Alpha Core, it's gonna be a banger. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Yo, man, Eric July. Shout out to Eric July, man. He got these haters out here gagging, bro. He got these haters out here gagging. I'm telling you. They already made $600,000 in the campaign, and it just started today, right? Didn't it just start today? Failure is not what we do. We're Hoteps, and failure is not what we do. Bruh, shit is fucking great. I don't know, because Ice Arm is fucking fire, guys. Ice Arm is fucking fire. You know what I mean? Alpha Core's gonna be dope. If somebody said pull up the Yara cover. That shit is fire. Mob says, wait till people get paid Friday. Look at this. That's a dope ass cover right there. That's a dope ass cover. Yeah, she gonna be from like fucking Iceland or some shit. Watch. With a name like Yara. She like an Amazon. She gonna be from like Iceland or something crazy. HJ gonna play it on the Griffin Report tomorrow. He probably will. Shocky ain't do it today. But didn't the campaign start today and they already hit 600,000, or was it yesterday? When did the campaign start? We know it ends in January. They're going to start. Oh, okay. December 4th is when they're going to start shipping shit out. 617,601 dollars in sales. They doubled their goal. Like $300,000 goal is not a modest goal. That is not a modest goal. And you coming off the sequel of another comic. Benchmarks. Reveal of Yara #1 cover A. So maybe this comes tomorrow. Gooding the Polymath cover A reveal. That's interesting. $750,000, which they on their way to right now. Production starts on 3 new Rippaverse books. 1 million Rippaverse Studios shirt added to the campaign. They said 4 million they gonna promise a toy. That's gonna be interesting. Man. Again, salute to Eric July. He doing this thing, man. He doing this thing. Anyway. That's all I got for you guys tonight. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream, guys. Let people know we live, guys. Let people know we live. You're catching the replay. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. You want to donate to the channel? $CannonHotep on Cash App. That's $CannonHotep on Cash App. Super chats, Rumble rants. Always welcome. But if you want to cut that middleman out, $CannonHotep on Cash App. Every little bit goes back into the channel, guys. Anyway. Until next time, it's CannonHotep saying be blessed, stay strapped. Don't miss. Be blessed, stay strapped. T-shirts and hoodies coming soon. But like I said, be blessed, stay strapped. Don't miss. Go support Eric July, man. And fear is not what we do. Oh, man. I holler at you guys. Oh, man.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take